1, 2, 3 and then start it or something like that. Say 1, 2, 3 and then wait 2 seconds and start it. Hey folks, oh, here comes that airplane again. Never mind. Hey folks, this is in a nutshell my version of things. So what I'm going to do right now is just show you the basics of chord CAGED, the C chord. The concept is, if I have a C like this and I have a finger available, I can change it to those fingers and then move it up and put my capo down right here. So if you had here with a capo here, you would have C sharp, okay? So here's a C sharp. Here's a D. Here's an E. Here's an A. So you got to learn where the starting note here on this string, that's a C, that's a D, E, F, G, A, like that, to make that chord. Okay, there's no convenient minor. If you did make a minor, you'd flat this one, the middle finger, so I could do it like this. There's a C minor that no one really does. No, I can't do that. Sorry, I can't do that note, so because the E has to be flat. So you could think of this as a little shape. If I move that up, I'd have to move this up with it, so I could go like that. So there's a C sharp minor, a D minor. Cool, right? Here's an A minor. That would be my. So that's the C shape moved up in a chord situation. The C doesn't have a convenient. It has a major 7 like this. So if I took this as a capo and made these fingers do this chord, it would be like this. But then I can go C sharp major 7, D, all the way. Here's a G, G major 7. Very nice, huh? This one can be done C7 shape, can be moved up, and you just don't want to strum open ones. You don't have enough fingers to do it very much justice. So you just do it like this. So here's a D7. So that's a concept, moving them up. You can't have open strings unless you move it the same amount you move the notes. So the A shape, some people do it like this. You basically have that A as your bass, right? Here's the power chord, right? Here's an A sharp. But you could do the full chord like that. Or you can, I do my A's, I kind of put my index finger between them. You can do a bar chord. Then you kind of skip this one unless you can bend your finger back and get the open E. But you can do these 3, and then this open one here is a bar chord. Forgot my strap today. So if I go like this, I have an A sharp, also known as a B flat. See, I'm putting it down on just 3. You'll notice I pick with my fingers because we're going to do a lesson on that too with finger picking. There's a C, E, F, G, another A, there's a D. So the minor shape, the A minor, do it with these fingers, slide that one up yet, slide the nut up as the capo, A sharp minor, B flat minor, B minor, C minor, C minor, here's an E minor. So that's the A shape, basically, in a nutshell. The G shape, here's a G. It's difficult to do this one, but if we say I move this to the 2nd fret, then I notice how these have a fret open, nothing's there. So I'm gonna have to do that when I put my capo down here. You'd normally go like that with a capo here, but we have to do it with our fingers. So here's an A chord. Part of that A is these 3. So you just do it, moving this one up to the next spot. So that's a hard one to do, but there's not a convenient minor one, so I won't even mention that one on the G shape. You could do a G7 shape like this if you want. It's kind of hard to do. You can do partial chords, I just do this in 1. And assume the bass player has the bass note, and that covers it. So that one, G, you can move all that up to A if you want. If I move it all the way to the A, I'm way up here. It's kind of cool. It's cool to play when you do your scales too, but the chord shape itself, you might choose a different grip, they call it, because it's easier. So now we're on the E shape. Here's an E. Here comes our favorite plane. This plane keeps flying above us. So we got an E. We got an F. We just move this up one. We do that with our finger and make that same shape of the F. F sharp, G. If I go here, I got a B. Right? Here's an E minor chord. The basic E minor chord. We're just gonna. Oh, here. By the way, wait. Here's the E major. There's an E7. Just lift that finger up, right? So if I want an F7, I can just do that. Hotel California uses an F sharp 7, like that. See? So that one looks like an E. There's my capo. It looks like an E. It looks like an E7. Here's a minor. E minor. Here's a F sharp minor. So, F sharp minor. If you want an E minor to be E minor 7, you can just lift this one off. And you got only one finger. It's pretty cool, huh? So if I want a G minor 7, I can go like this. That's the E shape. C-A-G-E. Now we got the D. Here's the D. Well, that's a hard one for me too. If I move it up, say here's an A, but I have to, like that. See how I'm stretching this one back? We don't care about the rest of the bar because we don't need it, but if you want a bass note, you could do the chord without a bass note and just say, here's D. I'm only doing those 3 strings right now. Here's an E, F, G, A, B, C, D again. Or you could try to grab that back here like that, see? That's a little bit difficult. It's easier on the minor shape. Here's an E minor, or D minor, right? If I move that up one, I could have a D sharp minor, and I could do that with these fingers, and then this note is easier to do with my fingers in this shape. All the way to an A minor. It's not so hard up there, at all. Kind of cool, huh? Minor 7, it looks like an F without that. And that's kind of neat too. So if I took the D, the open D string, and I took it to here, say here, that's a G now, that note is. So I could kind of bar chord a little, or you can do it with 2 fingers like this, and then a neat little minor 7 shape. This one's a G. Major, you can, major 7 is just moving this middle one back, this one here. So it's just those 3 that looks like a little A chord. Sorry, I left my strap, so I'm trying to figure this out. So I could do this really easily. Here's a D major 7. That's the D string moved up to a G, and then these, the same thing as moving that one back and making it 3. Pretty cool, huh? There's a D major 7 again. So that's the CAGED system chords in a nutshell. It's Tahoe in the background.